creative itches that just won't go away. For some time now, I've wanted to create my own vlog or video blog on YouTube, and in the search for the right gear and the right camera to use, I really found something in the most unlikely place. My Leica Q. Lately I've been doing some exploring, and it's actually a formidable little vlogging camera, even in selfie way, and the different methodologies that people like Casey Neistat are creating videos destined for YouTube. So I thought I might go over some of the things that I've learned with you, for those of you that own the Q or are thinking about buying it and might be looking for a new and creative way to use it.
Oh, is that the bean oozle? Be careful with those. I'd really challenge me and my daughter to eat them.
So first, I wanted to kind of qualify what I mean by a vlog for YouTube. In essence, it's something that happens on a regular basis, and that it's creative and entertaining, and it's really a way for those who are doing them really to find their own voice out there. The different tools that people use to create those things, it may be as simple as an iPhone. I've got a 6S Plus here, and by the way, this is August of 2016, so pretty soon the iPhone 7 will be out. So maybe an iPhone 6S Plus and the classic selfie stick, which adds a lot to it, especially because this is only a 28mm lens. So it may be something as simple as that, a really good option.
You are one old, slow swimming mermaid, merlady.
Two, something like this, and this is a relatively new Canon G7X. You know, I'm a portrait photographer and a street photographer, and this camera right here is a killer little video beast, and I've been putting it through its paces. Not to go into a super deep review of the Canon G7X or the iPhone 6S Plus for that matter, but really more to highlight what can be done with this if you already have one, or like I say, if you're thinking about one. So the rig that I have set up right here is the dead cat on top of the little speaker holes up top to deaden the noise and to calm some of that wind noise down. And this GorillaPod little tripod right here that can help me use it in selfie mode to go through and talk, and then turn around and set it down, and then shoot like that. So focusing in selfie mode, that is something that the G7X does, I think, better than any other option. So when I want to do that with the Leica Q, what I have to do basically is hit the video record button and, you know, confirm that it's recording, and then spin that bad boy around and point it at me. So whether you're shooting things that are still or whether you're shooting things that are in motion, you gotta know those video focus settings. Let me explain to you what I've learned so far. So when you access the menu in the Q, on the first page, the second row that you see is focus. I'm going to skip past that right now and go to the second page and go down to video settings. Well, when I saw video settings and the first line, focus in video, I thought that those two settings were the end all of video focus settings. I'm going to leave it on continuous right now. But actually, those settings work in conjunction with at least some of the settings in this area, what I actually thought were just focus settings reserved for stills. But when you go to the autofocus mode, this is where you can choose multiple settings. So remember back then I chose continuous, autofocus continuous. That's the setting that I would recommend that you leave it on if you are using face detection. For instance, if you're in selfie mode and you're walking and talking and you want it to focus on your face. Touch is actually really amazing in that it allows you to sort of rack focus. And I recommend that you use that in the single autofocus setting. Once again, back here, go to the second page to video settings, focus in video, and choose single. And then go back up there and choose that focus setting, that mode rather, touch autofocus. So with this type of setting, I'm running video right now, and I click that book, and it's now in focus, and I click on the mannequin, and the mannequin is now in focus. It's a real quick transition, so it's a lot quicker than kind of a typical rack focus, but it's still kind of cool and fun to use out on the streets. Again, I'm set on the video focus single focus setting, and in my mode face detection, once again I would use that in continuous. Tracking allows you to choose an item, and this I would do in single also. So let's go back here and make sure that we're in single, and it is. And we're going to go back over here and tracking, and I'll turn that on. And now when you depress the shutter halfway, once again we're shooting video right now, and as I turn, hopefully you can see that green box, it's tracking and locking in on the mannequin. Okay, so I actually compiled this data, and it's totally unscientific, and I'm not any kind of a reviewer, but these are the things that are important to me as a street photographer, portrait photographer who wants to do some video blogging, vlogging, and wants some cool gear for it. So let me first say that I really think that having the right gear for any type of creative profession is sort of like a surgeon who has a tray that they can pick from. And so sometimes this is going to be the right tool for the job because it's what I have in my pocket. But many times this I've got hanging around my neck. And I really wanted to know if the Q was something that I could use for vlogging in a pinch. Well, I found out that it's a resounding yes, and it's more than just for a pinch. And then I recently got this to try out because it seems to be the most popular camera out there for vlogging. And once again, this and this are options for people who don't need audio input like I have right now. So all of these different numbers, those are clips. So I went out and did, videotape, I would shoot this for 30 seconds. And with the iPhone, shoot it with the Canon G7X II Mark II. and then again 30 seconds with the Leica Q. I did that over and over and over again with a ton of different, in a ton of different lighting levels and here and there. Everything from just out on the streets, driving with the car to down on South Congress Street in Austin, really low light conditions, to inside a club, very low light conditions and movement, and that would be pretty much the most extreme environment of them all. So in terms of video overall, actually overall the Q definitely outshined the Canon, and the phone. I'm just going to give you the cliff notes here. The iPhone was, here we go. Here's the reveal right here is 98 for the iPhone, 185 for the Canon, and so the Canon, this Canon right here, edged out the Leica Q. But that doesn't necessarily mean this is going to be one of the tools for the job. In other words, there are reasons why I want to go out the door with this to do some dedicated video blogging. I will not go out to do shooting in the streets with photographing in the streets with this. I'll grab my $5,000 Leica. This is a $700 camera. So video depth of field, it's not even in the ballpark. The Q is just that really sick, just beautiful, rich, shallow depth of field. I saw a very well-renowned shooter, street shooter, and reviewer out there do a really in-depth review on the Q, especially when it came out. And then the last line of it, like this dig, was, oh, and I think it does video also. And I guess if there would be one thing I would leave behind today about this, is the video quality. Just look at the B-roll in this video. Some of the video quality out here is gorgeous. It's shot, that video is projecting on a full frame, on a full frame sensor, and through a Leica Summilux 28mm lens. It's f1.7 lens. It's gorgeous, rich, just dripping focus or out of focus area. Just gorgeous. Just real quickly, this was by far the less noisy. And then comes to audio. You know, for me, not having an audio input jack like this right here was a deal breaker. For a long time, I said, I'm not going to shoot unless it has an audio in jack. But then I really kind of changed my thoughts on what I'm out there doing. And this is grab and go vlogging. I don't want something that's going to fall off, or the battery to run out, or another thing stuck on it that's going to draw attention to me. For certain purposes, it's cool to go out there with just the audio available on this.